Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Enlarged City School District of Middletown's Board of Education meeting for Thursday, April 24th, 2025. I'd like to call the meeting to order, and a reminder that this agenda was prepared in advance of tonight's meeting. The final agenda for tonight's meeting is subject to change at the time of the meeting. Any changes will be noted at the time they are made and again after the meeting on the public board minutes, which are available on the district's website. And we'll have it in Spanish by our student rep, Norma, with the ice bag.
Esta agenda fue preparada antes de la reunión de esta noche. La agenda final para la reunión de esta noche sujeta a cambios en el momento de la reunión. Cualquier cambio se anotará en el momento que se realice y nuevamente después de la reunión las actas de la Junta Pública que están disponibles en el sitio del distrito.
We'd like to remind everyone that translation and interpretation services are also available during the meeting, and if you need immediate assistance, please let us know, and we'll be happy to accommodate you.
Nosotros gustaría recordar a todos que los servicios de traducción y interpretación están disponibles de enterar en esta reunión. Si necesitan asistente, por favor, informarnos y con gusto los ayudamos.
At this time, if you could please stand and remove your hats, face the flag for our Pledge of Allegiance, which will be followed by a moment of silence by Mr. Perino, and then our enlarged city school district mission statement, and Mr. Bison will have both the pledge and our mission statement.
Thank you, President Estrada. Moments of silence this evening. The first moment of silence is for Pope Francis. You don't have to be Catholic to realize that Pope Francis was a great humanitarian. He fought for the downtrodden, very ecumenical in his beliefs, a person that moved religion, his religious faith, and all others down the road. The second moment of silence this evening, the President Trump has proclaimed April 20th to the 27th Holocaust Remembrance Days. Holocaust Remembrance remembers the Jews, 6 million who lost their lives during World War II, along with many other groups such as Slavic people, such as gay people, Jehovah's Witnesses, and so on. It's something that must never happen again, and I'm sure our instructional staff makes mention of this and assigns papers on this in their classes in Middletown High School and in our middle schools. So please remember everyone mentioned in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Perino. Mr. Bison, our mission statement.
The mission of the Enlarged City School District of Middletown. We strive to provide physically sound educational opportunities in a safe environment that continuously support our diverse student population. We will enable all students to graduate, to reach their full potential, to become lifelong learners, and to become competitive, productive members of society.
Thank you, Mr. Bison. Roll call, Mrs. Monchery.
Mr. Estrada?
Here.
Mr. Moore?
Here.
Mr. Perino?
Yeah.
Mr. Rhett?
Here.
Ms. Romero? Mr. Bison?
Here.
Mr. Freddie Williams? Pastor Williams?
Yep.
Mr. Mitchell Williams?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I need approval for a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Moved by Pastor Williams, seconded by Mr. Bison. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. I need a motion for the approval of the regular meeting minutes from April 10, 2025.
So moved.
Moved by Pastor Williams, seconded by Mr. Moore. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. And now I'm going to hand it off to our superintendent and Mr. Tuttle for our budget recap.
Good evening, President Estrada, members of the board and community. Tonight, after several weeks of presenting budget information, we're here for the final review of the budget and the budget adoption by the board for tonight. So what we're looking at by law, we have to present a three-part budget, an administrative component, a program, which is instruction, and a capital. So as you can see, right now our administrative budget will be 32.7 million. Our program is a little bit over 201 million, and our capital will be a little bit over $42 million this year. So we're looking at an overall budget increase from year to year of 5.23%. That usually trends about average what we've been doing every year based on a whole budget. This year, last week, 2 weeks ago, we presented the budget and the tax levy. We were at 2.9. And unfortunately, the legislators and the governor have not produced a state budget yet, so we don't know what our final revenues will be. So we had to go back in and look at some budget cuts, which wouldn't be too detrimental to the system. And so we're looking at a 1.99% increase over last year's tax levy. So it's about $1.4 million on the tax levy. If you look at previous years, back 5, we've been at 0. We actually decreased the tax levy $5 million. We've been at 0, and then we've been at 1. So right now we're looking at 1.99. Just a recap of what the overall budget looks like. The proposed budget, $417,004. That's an increase of $13.7 million, and an overall budget increase of 5.23%. And our tax levy again is $1.4 million, with our tax levy increase at 1.99. So I just want to have a little asterisk there, just pointing out that may not affect everyone because the equalization rates will be adjusted. You may pay a little bit more increase or a little bit less depending on what municipality that you live in. So just a little bit about the budget rules. So we have our budget on Tuesday, May 20th. Right now, we're under the 2% tax cap by law. So we need 50% plus 1 for the budget to pass. If that budget fails, we go to what they call a contingent budget. And then we go back to the levy that we had last year. And then there's the unfortunate part, there's no additional budget requests can be honored. No equipment can be purchased except for health and safety. And then facilities, there will be fees charged for the use of facilities. So we've never had a contingent budget since I've been in the district, 19 years. So let's keep our streak going. Woo. So our community engagement, May 5th, we have Meet the Candidates night right here at the Media Center at 7 o'clock. May 6th, we'll be over at City Hall presenting the budget to the City Council. And on May 12th, we'll have one last budget review right here in the Media Center at 6 o'clock. So really just coming up, we have the budget hearing at our next meeting. That's by law. And then we have our budget vote and election on Tuesday, May 20th. And again, Meet the Candidates is Monday, May 5th, right here in the Media Center at 7 p.m. That's it. Yeah, go ahead.
Anybody have questions?
So we'll go around for questions. We'll start off with Mr. Moore. Mr. Perino.
No, I want to compliment Mr. Tuttle and the administration, Ms. Creedon. Excellent job on this budget. And just for the record, when we say we're under the 2% tax cap, that's a little misleading, is it not? Because I believe there's a 10-step process, and we theoretically the tax levy could have been what?
Right, over $4 million.
Right.
Yeah, additional
So-
$4 million. Yeah,
We're way below
way
that.
below that. Yeah.
Everyone would like to see 0% increase, but things go up, supplies go up, we purchase, contracts go up, on and on. So nice job on this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Perino. Mr. Rett?
No questions. You guys kept us in touch with the budget throughout the whole process, so we're comfortable with it, and great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rett. Mr. Tobiasen?
I can only agree with the previous sentiments that have been expressed by fellow board members. Job well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tobiasen. Ms. Avila?
Oh, sorry.
No questions. Thank you, though.
Thank you, Ms. Avila. Pastor Williams?
I don't really have any questions, but again, thank you for crafting and drafting this budget. Ms. Tuttle, you already talked about it, but the effects of what will happen if the budget doesn't pass and the contingency budget, I just want to reiterate to the public, the community that's here, something that you said was that we would have to charge for facility use. And currently we have very open facilities with a lot of different programs, whether it be sports, whether it be Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, all kinds of different things that, because of the partnership with the community, that it's open for. But if for some reason, and I don't believe that will, but if for some reason it was to go down and we had to go to a contingency plan, state law dictates that we would have to charge. So that wouldn't be on us at that stage, and we don't want that. So I just wanted to reiterate that for the public, so they get a good understanding sometimes of the fact that nothing that we do is arbitrary. There's a whole lot of stuff behind the scenes that sometimes we don't have control of. So, but thank you guys again for putting together such a good budget. It's a good budget and it's a good tax levy, because if you look at the previous years where we were at 0, at 1%, and then even when we gave back, what was it, 5.6%?
Yeah, $5 million.
$5 million, 6.9%, you know. And now we're at 1.9, and Mr. Perino said it. Right now, all of us know everything is going up. So that's a reasonable amount in comparison to the way everything is going. So good job, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, just to reiterate, with we mentioned the $5 million decrease, we're still not at the level where we were before we went to the $5 million decrease, so we're doing okay.
Thank you, Pastor Williams. Mr. Freddie Williams?
No questions, just a comment. We want to thank you, Mr. Tuttle, for your continued service and such a detailed explanations of what's going on, because I know there's a lot of moving parts, especially in today's time. So we just appreciate your time, energy, and effort. Thank you.
Thank you, Freddie Williams. Mr. Mitchell Williams, you good? Okay. So mine's just going to be a comment, and it's mostly to the folks sitting out in the audience, as well as those who will watch the meeting later on MIDI TV, is that we need you guys to go to vote. Middletown in general, on school budget votes, we don't show up. And, you know, we have about over 20,000 registered voters, I believe, in our jurisdiction. And every year for the school budget votes, we'll be lucky to get 800 people to come out and vote. And what that allows is that, you know, there are folks who, and we as a Board of Education can never tell you to go out and vote for something or against something. We can only just tell you to come out and vote. And it's important to have your voice heard, because when you don't, other people's voices get heard a lot louder. And what that puts into effect is everything that you see each and every day. You know, we have a vibrant community. We have great athletes. We have great individuals in chorus and in other music programs, as well as all of our students. Please come out on May 9th, experience our program night. We probably get about a few thousand people that come out to the high school and see demonstrations from our students, from the elementary schools to the middle schools to the high school, to see exactly what's going on in the district. You know, sometimes there's stuff out there that you get through social media. What I encourage you to do is to open up your mind, and if you ever have any doubt about what is going on inside our school buildings, please reach out to central administration or your local building administrator if you have questions about a specific school, and go out there. They'll give you the tour. We just had Mayor DeStefano here, as well as the new executive director for the Orange County Partnership, take a tour of the high school, and they left you know, so impressed that they want to bring out the message of what's going on here in Middletown to the rest of the county. So our students are doing great things. We had a great graduation rate last year in excess of 90%. What's going on now here is working, and our students are graduating. They're graduating on time. They're going to bigger and better schools. They're going on to bigger and better careers each and every year, thanks to our staff on the ground, and we look forward with your support in May to be able to continue that here at our level. So please also meet the candidates night is that Monday. Again, we have 3 board seats up right now. Mr. Mitchell Williams' seat, Mr. Pastor Williams' seat, and Ms. Tobias's seats are up. So we'll have several candidates running for the school board as well. You can come out on that Monday or watch on MIDI TV to see what they have to say. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome, thanks. We'll move on to our action items for the night. I need approval for Personnel Memorandum 20A, number 1. Moved by Mr. Rett, seconded by Pastor Williams. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. I need approval for personnel. Paciencia, patience, my friends. We're going to get to why we're going to be celebrating what just happened, but yes, definitely a nice round of applause for our administrative appointments. Next up, I need a motion to approve Instructional Personnel Memorandum 20B, numbers 1 through 6. Moved by Mr. Mitchell Williams, seconded by Mr. Perino. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? One abstention to a particular item in Personnel Memorandum. I think it was 20B-3. And I will be abstaining from that only because I know the individual, so I don't want to create a conflict of interest. So the motion passes 8-0 on all items with the exception of 20B-3, which is 7-0-1 on the vote. I need a motion to approve non-instructional personnel memorandum 20C, numbers 1 through 6. Moved by Mr. Mitchell Williams, seconded by Pastor Williams. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. I need approval for, and before I go on to the next one, now it's time to, I'm going to hand it off to Jillian at HR for some introductions of, and celebrations for some of our personnel appointees this evening.
Greetings. Could I have Ms. Rivera-Brott come up with Ms. Antoinette Thompson, please?
Good evening, esteemed members of the board, President Estrada, Superintendent Creedon, Assistant Superintendent Adoma and Tuttle, and also some of the members of the cabinet team. It is with absolute pleasure and delight that I have the opportunity to introduce to you this evening Ms. Antoinette Thompson, who will be joining our team here in Middletown as an Assistant Principal ENL, which is English as a New Language, case manager, to work very closely with our English language learners and providing them support, to work closely with our families, and also with our educators and staff. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Mrs. Antoinette Thompson.
Thank you so much. It is an honor and a blessing to continue to serve here in Middletown, and now as an assistant principal E&L case manager. I look forward to working with our scholars, educators, and the community in this important role. Thank you. Gracias. Es un honor y bendición continuar a servir aquí en Middletown ahora y como una principal asistente para los estudiantes que aprenden inglés. Tengo emoción para trabajar con los estudiantes, los educadores y la comunidad. Gracias.
Congratulations. Thank you. Good luck.
Now I'll have Mr. David Coates come up with Mr. Justin Sturge.
Good
And
evening.
if Mr. Sturge speaks Spanish, then I'm going to be really
Very
impressed.
impressive, right? President Estrada, Superintendent Creedon, members of the board, cabinet, it is my distinct pleasure and honor to introduce Justin Sturge as our new Assistant Athletic Director. And I really have to thank everybody at the board because we went on this journey about 2 years ago with the inception and trying to do the search. And we went through many, many candidates across the state of New York and Tri-County area. And we landed on Justin as our homegrown 19-year veteran of Middletown. I'm extremely pleased to work alongside of him. He's been a very loyal, dedicated, and extremely professional in his 19 years of service here in Middletown. And I always like to say we recruited him out of the Boston Red Sox because he was on his pathway in through the minor leagues, and we scooped him up back to New York and eventually Middletown. He's been here for 19 years, and we have a lot of plans and future plans to grow not only the athletic department, to build a bridge between athletics here in intramurals to back to the community. So we are extremely pleased and honored to have Justin on our staff. Thank you.
Thank you and good evening. First off, I'd just like to say that I was and am honored to be offered this position. Thank you to the Board of Education. I enjoyed meeting with you on the 10th when we spoke, and thank you to District Administration for giving me the chance to work in this capacity, and Mr. Coates for his mentorship over the last, 18 or 19 years. I'm looking forward to getting started. I'm looking forward to working closely with all of you over the coming months and years, and just really enjoying my last couple of months, but looking forward to that next chapter. So thank you very much.
Congratulations, Justin. I think it's a great testament to how we've grown talent here in Middletown, that we get to keep it here in-house as well. People who really bleed Middletown blue, as I can tell by Mr. Sturge's tie. So great job, congratulations, good luck, and know that we here at the Board of Education support you in any way we can moving forward as well. So thank you. Do we have any other personnel appointees at all here today? Okay, thank you. So moving on to our other action items, I need a motion to approve financial memorandum 20D numbers 1 and 2. So moved by Pastor Williams, seconded by Ms. Tobiasen. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. I need a motion to approve special services memorandum 19E numbers 1 and 2.
So moved.
By Mr. Mitchell Williams, seconded by Mr. Perino. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. I need an approval for change orders 14F number 1.
So moved.
Moved by Ms. Tobiasen, seconded by Pastor Williams. Before we get into discussion, Bill, you want to add?
Good evening. So we have just this one change order tonight, and it's to reinforce the existing concrete floors of steel to support the toilets and laboratories in the remodeled section of Twin Towers.
Great, thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. I need approval to amend the 24-25 school year instructional calendar. Oh, I apologize. Approval, that's why you're keeping me in line here, buddy. Approval of the stipulation agreement between the enlarged city school district of Middletown and employee number 08074, which was discussed in executive session. I need a motion. Moved by Pastor Williams, seconded by Mr. Freddie Williams. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. I need approval now to amend the 2024-2025 school year instructional calendar. Moved by Mr. Moore, seconded by Mr. Perino. Any further discussion? Yep,
Superintendent Creedon want to just address the reasoning there?
sure.
Sure. The rationale for the adjustment in the school year calendar this year is because contractual agreements require us to evaluate our ability to meet the New York State Education Department's 180-day and hour requirement. And we believe that we're on track at this point to meet that. Therefore, we'll be providing Tuesday, May 27th as an extension to the Memorial Day holiday, and the school district will be closed for all employees.
And so on behalf of all the parents who have children in the district like me, thank you.
So okay, so we've got a motion, we've had discussion, I need a vote. Those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Congratulations, Middletown School District. You have an extra day off on the 27th of May. Now approval to amend the 2025-2026 school year instructional calendar. I need a motion. Moved by Mr. Rett, seconded by Mr. Mitchell Williams. Would you like again to clarify?
The clarification on the shift for this is that we have family conferences shifting from 1 week to another week in the spring. So no adjustment to days in session, just when the family conferences are being held.
And that's for 2026.
Yes.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. I need approval for an MOA for Assistant Director of PE, Health and Athletics, and the Assistant Director of ENL World Languages.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Rett, seconded by Mr. Mitchell Williams. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. And now we have a couple of resolutions, K, I, M, N, and O, that I'm going to let Mr. Mitchell Williams handle.
The board hereby amends the resolution for the submission of a proposition from the board meeting dated March 20th, 2025 as follows. Be it resolved, the resolution providing for the submission of a proposition at the annual City School District meeting to be held on May 20th, 2025, and for the City School District of the City of Middletown, Orange County, New York. Resolved, that the City School District of the City of Middletown, Orange County, New York is hereby authorized to construct improvements and to reconstruct various school district buildings and facilities, including site improvements, including athletic fields and playgrounds improvements, and original furnishings, equipment, machinery, apparatus, and incidental improvements and expenses in connection with therewith at an aggregate maximum estimated cost of $45,645,000, with $8,462,662 Capital Reserve Fund 2021 monies and $10,474,676 unappropriated fund balance to be expended, paid portion thereof, and the remaining $26,707,662, or so much thereof as may be necessary, shall be raised by the levy of a tax upon the taxable property of said school district and collected in annual installments as provided by Section 416 of the Educational Law and anticipated of such a tax obligations in said school district. Shall be issued, which may be issued in excess of the constitutional debt limitations to mature over a period not exceeding 30 years, providing that such bonds shall be payable from amounts to be levied in annual installments of the taxable real property of said school district, pledging the faith and the credit said school districts for the payment of the principal of and interest of the said bonds, delegating powers to the chief fiscal officer with respect to the insurance and sale of bond anticipation notes and such bonds, containing an estoppel clause and providing for the publication of an estoppel notice be approved. Said capital project has been determined to be a Type 2 action pursuant to the regulations of the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, promulgated pursuant to the State Environment Quality Review Act, the implementation of which, as proposed, it has been determined will not result in any significant adverse environmental impact pursuant 6 NYCRR Part 617.5 C1, 2, and 10. Section 2, the resolution shall take in effect immediately.
Don't you hate legal stuff? So I need a motion. Moved by
Second
Mr.
on-
Bison, seconded by Mr. Perino. Any discussion?
I'm going to need Mr. Williams to start breathing in between those sentences.
Will do.
He's supposedly in shape, so he can
I know
keep
he's in
going,
shape,
so
but I
that's
don't
why
care.
I'm not doing
I don't
it.
care. We don't need to be performing no CPR on anybody
Wait,
passing
I'm
out
good,
from a
baby.
resolution.
I said I
All
feel
those
good.
in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Our next motion, Mr. Mitchell-Williams.
L, motion to adopt 2025-2026 budget resolution as presented. Be it resolved that the board hereby adopts the proposed district budget for the 2025-2026 school year, $276,417,004 in tax levy increase of 1.99%. Be it further resolved that the proposed district budget for 2025-2026 school year shall be placed on the ballot of proposition number 1 for the May 20th, 2025 budget vote.
Thank you. Any further discussion?
Motion.
We need a motion, I'm sorry. Moved by Pastor Williams. Seconded by Mr. Moore. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Congratulations, Middletown. You have a school budget for the vote. Our next motion, Mr. Mitchell-Williams.
All right, N, be it resolved that Enlarged City School District of Middletown Board of Education casts its vote to approve the
Tax card, the tax one. This one.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, but there's no resolution? No. Okay. So I just need a motion to approve the property tax report card for 2025, 2026, moved by Mr. Rett.
Second?
Seconded by Ms. Tobiasen. All those, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Now our next motion. Thank you, Ms. Montre, for keeping me
Yes.
in line.
Always. All right, and be it resolved that Enlarged City School District of Middletown Board of Education casts its vote to approve the Orange Ulster BOCES 2025-2026 administrative budget in the amount of $9,638,064, and the district clerk is hereby authorized to execute certification of such vote and transmit such certification to the Orange Ulster BOCES district clerk at 53 Gibson Road, Goshen, New York, 10924, or Charlene.Depew at ouboces.org.
Thank you. I need a motion. Moved by Pastor Williams, seconded by Mr. Perino. The BOCES folks did a budget presentation here a couple of weeks ago. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0. And our final,
Is O, be it resolved that the board hereby casts its vote in the election of 3 members to Board Cooperative Educational Services, William N. Boss, Edwin Estrada, and David Eaton.
I need a motion.
So move.
Moved by Mr. Perino, seconded by Pastor Williams. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? One abstention from me, Ms. Moncherie. Motion carries 7-0-1. Let's give a nice round of applause to Mr. Mitchell-Williams.
And allow me to congratulate you again, Mr. Estrada, for being voted on positively here. I'm sure it'll happen all around the county, but to be back on the board for BOCES, so thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. We'll move on to our board member recognitions and our community updates, and I'm going to hand it off to my esteemed colleague, Mr. Perino, for our Elks Recognition Student of the Month for April.
See, with our Student of the Month plus the principal, 12th grade cohort principal. Go up to the podium, please, and members of the Elks, please. Nice job. would you like to say something?
Absolutely. Good evening, everyone. I'm Miss Acevedo. I am the proud cohort principal of the class of 2025. Thank you for having us here tonight, and thank you to the Elks for being here as well. What an honor it is to present this wonderful young lady. Stephanie Alvarez is truly an exceptional student whose commitment and dedication shine in all that she does. As Vice President of the Diversity Club, President of Senior Enrichment, and a proud member of the National Honor Society, Stephanie leads with empathy and purpose. With a remarkable cumulative GPA of 95%, she has shown not only academic excellence, but also a strong commitment to personal growth and service. Stephanie is widely admired by her peers for her kindness and willingness to go above and beyond to support others. Whether she's volunteering at Experience Our Programs, which is coming up, or helping organize Multicultural Night, which is tomorrow night, she gives her time generously and always puts others first. When asked what she's most proud of, Stephanie highlights her years here at MHS, full of hard work and perseverance and striving to be her best self, not just for her own success, but to uplift those around her. She truly embodies the Elks core principle of charity, actively participating in initiatives that foster inclusivity, support, and compassion. Stephanie's heart for others and her drive to excel make her a remarkable role model and a deserving recipient of this honor. So thank you so much for having us tonight.
Hi, guys. I'd like to thank my family for helping me stay strong, keep me motivated.
Where are they, Stephanie?
Hmm?
There we go.
Right there. Yeah. Thank you. I'd also like to thank my friends for keeping me like happy and always getting ready to go to school. Yeah, keeping me uplifted. So I'd like to thank all of you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stephanie, on behalf of the Middletown Elks Lodge 1097, we'd like to present you with this Student of the Month. Congratulations.
Thank you so
for all your
much.
hard work.
We'd also like to give a nice round of applause to the Elks for their continued support for all of our students each month. Congratulations, guys.
We also have the principal of the high school, an associate, Bill Donahue, and Ms. Shady here tonight. Would you like to say something, Bill, on this, Student of the Month?
I mean, it's kind of hard to follow Ms. Acevedo. She said everything. But just again, we are always thrilled for our partnership with the Elks Lodge and the opportunity to recognize some of the excellence. And we will tap into that later in the presentation with our legacy and plan video. So I don't want to give too much away about that. Yes,
Yeah, and we
Superintendent Greedy.
encourage all of our families and young people who are here this evening just to stay a little bit longer than you might normally stay to see the high school's presentation because it's about your young people. So it's a really exciting night.
And we'll try to get there as quick as possible. Next up, we have our recognition of our Middletown High School Key Club. Who's handling that? Oh, Mr. Perino, it's all yours again.
Key Club, would the advisor of the Key Club step up, Kevin Raj? And members of the Key Club, come on up here. And also members of the Kiwanis Club. Thank you, Kevin.
Hey, John.
Nice seeing you.
Good seeing you.
Why don't you say something about the Key Club?
Okay. Good afternoon, or good evening, everybody. Good to see you. Everybody looks great tonight. If you don't know anything about Key Club, we are a student-led organization that is dedicated to one cause, and that is community service. And I have been blessed with just the best kids in the world to make up this club, making my job extremely easy. I took over about 4 years ago. We had 18, and 4 years later, we now broke 100 this year. So we are a growing club, and we are going to keep on growing. We have our new members, our new officers, because we go April to April. So Harpreet Kaur is our new president, and she's going to lead us to do great in many things. I would also like to take a moment and thank Kiwanis's help for this. We have the president of Middletown Kiwanis here, Sue Sheehan. We have our Kiwanis advisor to the club, Dr. Torley, and they are great. We have Francis Emilio, also from Kiwanis, here tonight. So great leadership to helping us out and helping out the kids. So
And
thank
great
you, everybody.
Middletown supporters all the time.
And of course, thank you, Board of Ed, for your continued support.
Stay right here, we're going to hand out. I think Mr. Massey is also here tonight, along with other members of
I
the
saw him in the
club.
back. John's in the back.
Now, why don't, Kevin, why don't you call the members that are here?
Oh, not everyone's here,
And
so.
let's see, members of the Elks, come on up, and why don't you hand out the certificate?
Okay, I'm not
I
even
think,
sure who's here
I
tonight.
think Kiwanis, we want the members of the
Daniel
Kiwanis.
Domingo. Emmanuel Leon. Juliana Sanchez, not here. Reina, I did not see. Marilyn has not made it. There was a lot of us there that day. They
That's
got
okay. You
there
can say
at
their names, though,
6:40.
so that way they can see that on replay that they get acknowledged.
Julian LaRoche. Our president, Harpreet. Armin Hayner is out playing tennis right now, so he could not make it. Hopefully he is winning his match as we speak. Emilson? Monica? Elizabeth? Ah, there. Elizabeth Zeman? Good job. Omari? Oh, Emerson. Walked right by you. Sorry, Emerson. Omari? Kyle? I don't see. Jaylee? What? Williams. Oh, Kyle. Kyle Williams. I'm very nervous right now.
You can't,
It's my first
you
Board of Ed.
can't, you're not allowed, in this district, you're not allowed to mess up the Williams name. We got enough of them on
Don't
here.
mess up anybody named Williams.
The Kyle Williams. Amber? Michaela? Jocelyn is not here. And last but not least, Haley Reyes. We also, I'm not sure if we said, we also, Chief Slingerland normally helps out with ROTC. He couldn't make it that weekend, so we did have a couple ROTCs there as well helping us. So thank you, ROTC.
Thank you.
I am stealing your folder, sir.
Member of the Kiwanis Club, come on
I'm
up.
president, yeah. As president of the Middletown Kiwanis Club, we are so proud of our CLE Club and all that they have done for the community and continue to do for the community. So we're very proud to sponsor them and have done it for many, many years. It is also the 100th anniversary of the Key Club
Oh, wow,
in
nice.
the country. To know if you know that. So thank you very much.
Thank
Very proud
thank
of
you.
everything you do.
I think you're all going to have your photos taken now.
Yep.
Okay, good. Go right ahead. Kiwanis?
Thank you.
All right.
Key Club's been around a long time.
And continuing our recognitions these evenings, did you want to introduce the next segment?
Yeah, I'd like to welcome Mrs. Rivera-Brat and Ms. Ivelisse Sanchez to the podium, and our young people who have participated in Pride Life.
Once again, good evening once again. Superintendent Creedon, members of the Board of Education and Cabinet team, and the Middletown community. It is my distinct pleasure this evening once again to introduce some very special and talented scholars that we have who are just phenomenal in exhibiting their leadership qualities, not only within the school district, but also within our community and the wider New York State. So this evening, I have to my left is Mr. Emmanuel Rivera Miranda, and where is she? Come on up. Come on over here. Norma Avila, who you may have seen at the Board of Education meetings here. So I just wanted to say a few words before we start the presentation for them. These exemplary young individuals were selected from a competitive pool of candidates across the Hudson Valley to participate in the Puerto Rican Hispanic Youth Leadership Institute, which is a unique program dedicated to foster a deep understanding of government and the legislative process. Their selection in this Puerto Rican Youth Leadership Institute just shows their remarkable dedication, resilience, and leadership qualities, of which has been evident throughout their leadership opportunities that they have taken part of. Through their involvement in this program that we're going to show you some beautiful pictures about and they're going to speak about, they have not only broadened their knowledge, but have also become empowered and shown representation for their peers, embodying the values and service and responsibility that we cherish here in the Middletown City School District. And so what you will see on the screen is the mission of the Puerto Rican Hispanic Youth Leadership Institute and how it was named after Angelo Del Toro in collaboration with the Office of Bilingual Education to recognize scholars of Puerto Rican or Hispanic descent. And so this just shows some pictures, a little bit about student delegates participating in the program and how graduating seniors are also eligible to apply to earn scholarship programs towards their future career in education. And so here you go, there they are, our legacy makers. And they were chosen through the Hudson Valley Regional Bilingual Educational Network, or the ARBERN, to represent the Hudson Valley, which you see there on the screen in blue, which is one of 7 areas of New York State. And they started in this program after applying, doing a resume, and many other pieces to actually be chosen. They had to go to virtual meetings, as you can see there from the dates on the fall, all the way up to just last month where they went to the state capitol. And they will be participating now in a reunion actually next week on April 29th. And so they went on several road trips to the universities and college where they networked, practiced, trained at the following colleges that you can see there: Manhattanville College, Vassar College, SUNY New Paltz, and Rockland Community College. And so I'm going to turn it over a little bit to share an honor that Norma received, and was actually, it's a phenomenal opportunity. This is her 2nd year actually in the Puerto Rican Hispanic Youth Leader Institute, and it's Manny's 1st year, but he has many talents he'll tell you about in a few minutes. So I'm going to turn it over to them, to our scholars, to share a little bit more. Go ahead.
Hey. Good evening, everyone. I'm Norma Avila, and I would gladly like to talk about the Somos Junior Delegation. So my junior year of Pride Light, which was my 1st year last year, I was in a room with 150 students. And to be a student, to be chosen, you have to be outstanding, in which what I did, collaborative work, talking to teammates, giving ideas. You really do a lot, and a lot of impact work with a group of people, and that year I was like, oh, I would love to go on that trip. I wasn't gonna have like I had like high expectations going to that trip. Who when it was an educational free trip to Puerto Rico. So that year I just did what I do, talk, be out, be myself and all, wasn't shy and giving my opinion. And I was chosen as the Hudson Valley Junior Outstanding Delegate. We on November 4th to November 9th, we went to Puerto Rico. I was with 6 other delegates coming from the Monroe District, New York City, Long Island, Western New York, Syracuse, and the Capital District, if I don't forget. With that trip, I've seen many people in the right corner. You see Assembly Member Karina Reyes. Also, I'll show you the next slide. Oh, I didn't put the picture, but I had a personal picture with Karina Reyes. And in the Puerto Rico trip, as much as I love the food and the culture, I also met the president of U Albany, who had an alumni meeting at the Somos conference. And going to the trip of Puerto Rico, you really see the culture that people have, the neighborly feel, and also we had the ability to go inside the Fortaleza, which is where the governor stays at. When we went to Puerto Rico on the trip on Wednesday, we were able to go to the 3 branches of government and for there Puerto Rico, so the legislative, executive, and judicial. And these are the pictures that I have. I love the picture in the left corner, which is showing the building of, that's the, no, legislative building, and showing our piece of the American culture and the Puerto Rico culture that they have in there. And it was a really nice trip, and I was lucky to be in.
Alrighty. Hello, my name is Emmanuel Rivera Miranda. And I would just like to re-thank Miss Linda Brott behind me. Norma, I'd like to thank you, and all the chaperones that helped. And also the board. I'd like to thank you for giving us this opportunity to go on these trips and finding it in the budget to allow us to do this. Moving on, I represented Assemblyman Gary Pretlow for the second bill we debated. So when we went on these trips to these colleges, essentially what we did was we sat in this room with a bunch of kids from different districts, and we would learn about different bills that had actually been debated in the assembly room. But as opposed to, really doing it, we did a mock session. So we were able to debate on, so my bill was on workers' compensation, specifically towards the civil districts of New York State. It was a great experience. I don't know how to explain it. In there, in the assembly room, it's, there's this sort of, I don't know, I want to say vibe, but there's this sort of, authority, no, I don't want to say that. Whoa. But yeah, there's this sort of vibe that really, I enjoyed. I did enjoy learning more about our, New York State Assembly. I hope that eventually I can go next year and, learn more, practice different bills. So yeah, that's for that slide. I don't know. You want to talk about your assembly?
Yeah. Just like to clarify, like for my bill, student de-escalation, it was more of a summary of how schools, counselors can help students that are going through like an episode and all without having a police interference, because that also like costs money for the budget. With also that we do is, as much as researching the bill, we do pro and con debates, because we never know that day of the assembly of the mock trial if we're going to get a Republican or a Democrat. Sometimes, depending on how you feel, you don't want to do either or party, but it's something that you were put in that day. So if you were going to be a Republican, you were going to be a Republican. If you were a Democrat, you were a Democrat. You just had to make sure both debate papers, that both of your arguments were ready. So, and then that's how we had the process of having different days, different sessions, which was very much helpful because it taught us research, it taught us proper websites to use, and many more. Here are the highlights of Pride Live. Vanny didn't like to take any pictures, but you really do make friends with a lot of people. In the bottom right corner, that was the group giving the Puerto Rico trip, just a presentation on that. But we have like the picture of us like in New Paltz and Sule Rockland. It was very much like a family vibe because you are with students who are students and scholars that are coming from like the same background as you, either being first generation or second generation immigrants in Hispanic descent, and being in a space that you can speak both English and Spanish and you don't feel discomfort, you don't feel any like backlash of being who you are. Oh, it's not loading. But this is the Pride Light weekend. Me and Manny, just being the only two from Middletown, we were chosen out of 150. We were two of the 50 students to be who were chosen to go to the Capitol weekend, and these were our outfits that we debated in.
So what? Just to, go into a little more depth about our experience, there was a big emphasis on like leadership capabilities, and so I think that was very important that, it really taught you how to be a better like public speaker. It taught you, like she said, how to research and how to be ready. You may not always, get what you want, right? You might have to, like she said, represent a Republican side that you may not agree with necessarily. It just gave us that bit of insight. It was also, like she said, I mean, there were a lot of people that were from the same background, a lot of people that shared the same interests as you, right? Everyone there wanted to be, wanted to learn more about government, wanted to improve themselves, and so it was very, surreal. So I'm very excited for the reunion. Get to see a lot of people, a lot of the seniors that are graduating. I mean, Norma being one of them, unfortunately. She won't be able to come back next year, but, so I'm very excited. We're going to be able to socialize there, make some more connections, say our final goodbyes, and hopefully I'll see some familiar faces there next year. It was like a family.
What did this opportunity mean for us? It really meant a lot. As much as making new friends, it's just also being surrounded in a different culture with people with different backgrounds. And also, that opportunity gave me this opportunity of being like the student board member, because I don't think I would have like advocated myself in doing such things as standing out, using my voice. But Pride Light definitely gave me that stepping stool that I feel a lot of our Puerto Rican Hispanic students should use and should try and to go in and look for.
This opportunity meant a lot to me, especially because I feel like in the past there weren't that many opportunities, unfortunately, for a lot of Hispanics from various different backgrounds. So this opportunity meant that, we had been able to, as a country, come together and, really, put an emphasis on the need to have diversity in our governments, whether that be state, local, federal governments. So the ability for me to learn more about my government, despite background, was a very amazing feeling, especially to share it with people that shared the same interests with me, that could, have that connection, that background. It really was a great time, and it really was very informative and helped shape me. Alrighty. So I am only 11th grade, so I will be coming next year. But as for, the actual, my goal out of the program is really just to learn more about government, and hopefully later on maybe be a part of something statewide or a federal-wide government, maybe employee or something, because having that opportunity to share your perspective and really make an impact on the lives of the people in the nation, and hopefully make a change for the better, it's just very important to me.
As a senior who chose the college, I am going to Monroe University for ultrasound. But because of the opportunity of Pride, I am also going to be the student representative of my university. So that's gonna be a nice change. I would like to at least So because of Pride, I am gonna do more big things, but I would like to do the medical field and then go into governments, because the government's kind of like, it's a little something. It's a little something. I don't want to put my toes in. No, yeah, it's a little something. Don't want to go do anything dirty too young. We gotta live our 20s and all. Thank you for your support.
Thank you. So thank you, President Avila and Governor Miranda. Are you Puerto Rican by chance?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so that's a big name to live up to, Miranda, when you're Puerto Rican, so just be aware of that. Does anybody have some brief questions at all or comments?
Don't be shy.
Nice job. Thank you so much for the presentation. Good luck.
I'd like to present you both. I'm just going to be presenting them with their award.
Absolutely,
Okay.
go ahead.
Here you go. Congratulations. Okay. And there you go. Congratulations. Okay. Thank you.
Awesome job, and Mr. Witt's waiting for you guys for pictures as well. And while they do that, we'll invite up our next group, our athletic director, Mr. David Coates, with our Winter Athletes Recognitions.
Thank you. Norma's always a tough act to follow, but we're going to try. We had an amazing, incredible winter. 24-25 is going to go down in the record books on many, many different levels. I am so extremely proud of our coaches and all of our athletes, our spectators, our parents, our community, how they went out and supported us all season long. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Board of Education for always going above and beyond and supporting us, not only with your presence, but with the support, with all the supplies and equipment that we need to keep our kids ready and prepared. And our coaches on their dedicated level and expertise to train our kids to get to these levels that we're going to talk about tonight. So I'm extremely proud of how we persevered this year. I'm proud of our excellence and our dedication, and we're going to celebrate that this evening with six or seven of our teams tonight. We have many of our kids are at different spots. We have a huge contingent, but we're going to celebrate everybody this evening. So what I'd like to do is kind of preface it with we have many of our achievements are from our OCIAA. That is our league. We have a lot of place finishers there. We have Section 9 team championships that we're going to celebrate along with individual championships. We have New York State Public High School Athletic Association state qualifiers and place finishers. We have new school record holders of long-standing school records, and we have multiple All-Americans in the audience tonight. So congratulations, everyone. I'd like to call up Coach Burke with the varsity boys swimming and diving team. That was coached by Coach Burke, Coach Hill, and Coach Lonzo.
Before, Dave, just before we get, just a point of information for our board members. When we're done with the winter athletes recognition, I'm going to skip over the board member community update so we can get to public participation and then the high school presentation. So some of the students that want to stay and listen about graduation, so we can get to that.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. So first off, I just want to say thank you to the board for having us here today. Congratulations to the other sports. We get to hear about their accomplishments right after me. But again, I know that they had one hell of a season as well. Swimming and diving, I got to thank our athletic director, Mr. Coach, our administrators, and not only the athletes, but the parents. I don't get to say thank you enough to them. The parents play such a crucial role for us. It doesn't matter if we're going to Albany, we're going to Valley Central, we have our home meets, or we're going all the way up to Ithaca. Parents, guardians, the friends, they always were there for each other. So thank you. This year we had 20 athletes. Not all of them could be here today, but they all played such a huge role. Some of them were new. When it comes to swimming and diving and new to the sport, a lot of adjusting and a lot of learning. But competition comes quickly after, so it's a quick learning process. In the beginning of our season, ups and downs, just like anything else, just a nice little roller coaster. We had a lot of great swims, a lot of section qualifiers, but the wins weren't right there. But I knew that the boys, they had the passion, they had the drive, they had everything that they needed, and I knew it was going to come around. They got a win really quickly right before winter break. Winter break seemed to be the turning point for this team. They made their way up to Albany. They went to the Schenectady Invitational. My first time ever going there was 6 years ago. The boys scored 4 points. The boys finished this meet scoring 153.5 points. That would be definitely a quick turnaround. Some of the boys were on the team during that time as well. This sport is for 7th all the way up to 12th grade. The first race, they put up 26 points right away, so already off to a hot start. During that race, we had a couple of people medal, and then the 200 free relay won. They won the entire meet on that race. They finished as #1 seed. At the end, we joked about it, and the boys always asking, well, what do we get medals? What happens with medals? And I said, I'm not too sure. And they said, why? And I said, I'm going to be honest. We're the first ever winners that I've ever had. So we're going to find this one out together. So we had a quick jokes about that. But after that, they rattled off 5. They quickly got 5 straight wins right after that. So they finished over 500, just around 500 this year, 6-6. But it wasn't done yet. On their senior night, they pulled off a win by 1 point against Cornwall, a really tough meet. They were losing the entire meet. But again, with the drive, the dedication, and support, on the final race, they pulled ahead 1 by 1. And on their senior night, and that's exactly how that season was going to go. And I knew right then and there, I was like, that defines the season. So they weren't done. OCAA championships are shortly around the corner. We had a couple people, make it, podium, they did their thing. Vernon Lamb, he finished 2nd and 3rd in the 53 and 100 free. Jordan Christoph Gonzalez. I'm going to hold off on him for a little bit, because I'm going to talk about him overall at the end. The 200 free relay won OCAA championships. First time for me, again. So another championship. At this meet, that 2 free relay, actually at this point, I would like to call up Jordan Christoph Gonzalez. Please come on up. Can I have also, everybody, this is Jordan, everybody, can I have Anthony Barone, Eli Bryant, Maurice White, Elijah Ponte. Did I miss anybody else? Now, definitely, like I said, we had 20 people on the team. These are the individuals that were able to make it. So they played a huge role. They finished top 5 at OCIAs, and then they finished top 8 at sections. Maurice White, he did not know how to swim the fly the first day. He competed it at the sections for us and did it in one of the top times for us at the end of the year. So huge improvement by him. So at OCAs, when we won the 2 free relay, Jordan Christoph Gonzalez decided to do a couple amazing things. So not only did we win it, he broke the school record and made a state qualifying time. What was amazing, actually, because after looking at the video, what was amazing was not only just that he qualified and that he made the state cut, was that he was jumping for his team because he knew that they were about to win OCIAs. And that, to me, just shows that the leader and the dedication that he is, because a lot of people would have just got out and just saw that they had the individual success, but that's not who he is. He stayed there, he jumped for joy, and the only thing he said to me was that we did it. And it had none of and he did not say that he did it by himself with his individual. He was more talking about the relay. So thank you, Jordan, for everything. So overall, though, it was definitely my best season that I've had in the last 6 years. They won the 2 free relay at Schenectady and OCIAs. They finished 3rd in the 2 free medley at Schenectady, 3rd at sections, what's it called? 3rd in the 2 free at sections, and 5th in the 4 free relay. We had 10 boys. Most of them are standing behind me right now, competed at the Section 9 tournament. Big shoes to fill. Success is going to keep growing for us. Thank you again to everybody. Definitely thank you to Coach Calante and Coach Tuttle. Without them, we definitely would not be standing here today. So again, thank you to everybody. Thank you to all the other coaches. Good luck for the rest of your seasons.
And Dave, before we move on, so first of all, I want to say hi to Jordan. I've known Jordan since he was like this big, so he's much bigger now.
Yes,
But,
he is. Yes, he is.
For those watching MIDI TV and the Board of Ed meeting, we do apologize. We did have technical difficulties a little bit earlier. We may have lost some of the sound that we just heard. We do have a backup recording that we'll utilize on MIDI TV if for some reason the audio didn't come through on the first part. They did in the middle of it, it came back on, which is one of the reasons why I was distracted a little bit. But nevertheless, it's back up and running.
Thank you, Mr. Strada. We're going to call up Coach Lichtenstein with the varsity boys wrestling team.
I think what happened was that the live stream knew that Jason was coming up next and it better come up or else he was going to.
Try to have a lot of. We're currently in a spring league. We're out in Pennsylvania where we're 3-1. So, the success we had in season, the guys are already picking up and they're ready to build upon it. And it's been a lot of fun with these guys. This past season, for the 6th straight year, we made the New York State All-Scholar team. New York State requires 75% of the roster. In order to be on that team, we were able to have 87% of our roster qualify for the New York State All-Scholar team, which, we made it 8 times in the past 16 years. And like I said, 6 years in a row says a lot about these young men. For the 3rd year in a row, we were in the Section 9 championship match. We won it last year. This year we finished 2nd. But, you just see the level of success these guys are expecting every year. And for the 5th year in a row, we had over 20 dual meet victories. And they finished 25-5 as a team this year. So as a team, the success was there. It's a lot of fun to watch these guys. They really expect the success to come from one another, and you see it, how it feeds off of what they're doing, and especially like in the off season. We're having 30 kids at a practice, 3 times a week says a lot about what they're doing and where they're going. This year was another great year for us. We had 9 kids place in the section tournament. For the 6th straight year, we had more than 2 kids qualify for the New York State Championships, and for the 7th straight year, we had a New York State medalist. So, the program's in a pretty good spot right now. In a couple minutes, Coach Nicholas will get up and talk. And with the girls program and our program combined, there's over 200 kids wrestling in the city of Middletown right now. Our Bear Cave carries 70 kids, our modified program carries over 40, and then both the high school teams have healthy numbers of 35, 40 kids each. So we have over 200 kids wrestling right now. It's something it's a movement that we're very proud of. Getting the kids in the city of Middletown to face the adversity of a sport like wrestling. And you see what's going on with our guys when they leave for college. They're doing excellent things at the college level. Bryson Tibbs placed in the region this year for Cortland, and of course, Steph was a SoCon champ and national qualifier. So it's a lot of fun to watch these guys and see what they're doing, and for these young guys to see the success that their peers are having when they leave Middletown says a lot too. But right now, we'd like to just honor the guys for their placing in the section tournament.
And Jason, can you also just mention the names of your coaches to give them?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
Our coaching staff, which is awesome, it's comprised of Middletown graduates. It's myself, Pedro Rosales, Eugene Naboa, Elijah Babb, Pat Doty, Bobby Mangano. We're the high school staff. So it's, a whole group of Middletown guys that are super proud of the program and where we came from and what we're doing. So without those guys, we would not be where we are. So we're in a very, very good spot right now. Our all-section wrestlers, our first all-section wrestler, he's a freshman. He took 6th in the section at 108 pounds, and that's Evan Bryant. Our next all-section wrestler, he's in 8th grade. He took 4th in the section this year at 108 pounds, and that's Israel Rosales. Our next guy he's a junior. He wasn't able to make it tonight, but he took 4th in the section this year. That was Miguel Nieves. One of our team captains, he's a sophomore. He took a family trip down to Mexico, but he took 6th in the section this year, and that was Carlos Contreras. Another sophomore of ours, a lot of these guys are young, which is awesome for us. He took 6th in the section at 145 pounds. That's Alex Lano. Our New York State qualifiers. So we're getting a couple guys here that are getting close to breaking some numbers history-wise. This next young man here, he became the 20th wrestler in Middletown wrestling history to have over 100 wins. He currently sits at 8th place all time with 115 wins, and he's a junior. He's a 2-time state qualifier for us, and that's DJ Aviles.
And if memory serves, the most exciting match in Section 9 last year, if I remember.
DJ is good for keeping us on our toes. He keeps it exciting. And last but certainly not least, one of our team captains, he had our Midi Magic moment of sections this year, wrestling for 3rd place. He was down pretty good amount, and the kids know never to give up in a match. And down 11-0, he pulls out a pretty slick move there and pins the kid and qualifies for his first New York State tournament, and that was Justin Naboa. Like we said, a lot of these guys come back next year. There's a lot of young guys coming up through the program, so we're very happy where the program is. The support we get from you guys is awesome. Sharing our stuff on social media, and talking about it. We see what everybody says about us. We do really appreciate that because, everybody sees what you guys say about us, and having that public word and the support from you guys is very valuable to us. So, thank you guys.
Next up, we're going to Coach Macaluso is out sick today. Unfortunately, could not be here tonight. Sophie Macaluso, who's also one of our assistants, and is out. And Coach Vanderwert's wife just had twins. So now our backup to the backup to the backup is Coach Nicholas, who's going to do an amazing job with our varsity girls wrestling team.
Thank you, everybody. So girls wrestling in New York is still pretty much in its infancy. 2 years ago, it was voted on to be a sanctioned sport with no state tournament. This year, the girls had their own state tournament. With that, they switch styles. So in boys wrestling, it's called folk style or scholastic style. New York decided this year to make girls a freestyle, which is international style. And that's what they wrestle in college. So it made sense. So, if Norma wanted to go to college and wrestle, grooming her now in high school would make it an easy transition in college. And that's the ultimate goal. We want to get these girls wrestling in college and furthering their careers. This year we finished second in a team title. We lost to Minnesink, unfortunately. I'm a Minnesink guy, but.
We won't hold that against them here either.
Yeah, so we finished second as a team. We had 6 finalists, 11 placers. We had 1 champ, and we had 5 state qualifiers. During the season, we don't get to wrestle dual meets like the boys do. So we wrestle multi-meets. So all the girls get matches, and it's good. But I'm hoping that next year we actually get to wrestle more. We did go 2-0 as a team against Port and VC in a regular dual meet. So like I
One
said,
of the first dual meets in New York State, by the way.
yes, it was here.
Yes.
Yeah, it was us against Port. So that was pretty fun, and it was our senior night. So we had a huge crowd. It was great. But I'm going to call up a couple, all of our section placers and state qualifiers. I'm going to start with a couple girls that aren't here yet or are not going to make it. First is Alessandra Soto. She took 3rd. Next is Carol Cartucci. She also took 3rd. Next is Kailani Ramakasoon. She took 2nd. I say she won.
Controversial match.
If it was a college tournament, I would definitely throw in a brick to get a challenge. She also was a state qualifier. So to qualify to go to states, you had to take 1st or 2nd. So we took the top 2. All right. Next, the girls that are here, we have Angelica Cabrera. She took 2nd. Come up. Next, I have Haley Lichtenstein. She took 3rd. Next would be Aaliyah Soto, Mia's younger sister. She took 3rd. Next, we have Medira Moncheri. She took 3rd. Next, we have Mileda Palez Colon. So Mileda was also a state qualifier. Next, we have Gianni King, who's also a state qualifier. Next, Miss Norma Avila. Norma took 2nd, also qualified to go to states. And last but not least, our section champ and state qualifier, Shane Darlene. Just on that one note, this was Shane's first year wrestling. It's your first year wrestling. Yeah. So it was pretty amazing to watch Shane start. She didn't know a cradle from a double. She was flopping around, like a fish. But to watch her go from that to being a section champ was pretty amazing.
Awesome. Nice job. Dave, how many are seniors?
We have
wanna say there was
six
yeah,
seniors
6 or
on the
7
team.
seniors, yeah.
So our future is very bright. We have, we had a lot of underclassmen. We had a couple eighth graders. And I think the sport is only going to grow from this point. I think eventually Middletown will be hosting a JV team and a modified team, just like our boys.
Okay.
So that is the plan, but they did an amazing job in their second year in producing champion in the first year, champion in the second year, and now having 5 state qualifiers is just an amazing accomplishment. So I'm really proud of that coaching staff and especially the girls and how hard they worked this year. Our next team that we're going to bring up is a 2-time section champion team, our varsity boys bowling team, coached by Morgan Ivich.
Thank you guys for having us here tonight. This was our 6th season as a team and our 2nd section title in 3 years. It's been so nice to watch this program progress so quickly. Like I said, it's only a 6-year-old program. We've already won sections twice, and we've also had other bowlers qualify to go to states 2 other times. So 4 out of the 6 years we've existed, we've went up to the state tournament in Syracuse. We finished this year with a 12-2 record and won sections by 378 pins, holding off the competition during all 6 games that we bowled. We also had two bowlers, Jace Mazer and Carter Yanni, finish in the top 10 averages in the section. Carter was able to attend states not only with our team, but he was part of the Section 9 composite team, which is made up of the top 6 averages in the section and competes against the other top bowlers in the state. As a 7th grader, he finished the season with 196 average. At states, we also achieved a Section 9 first by ending our first 3 games in first place, which is something another Section 9 team has never done, especially at the large school level. I couldn't be more proud of this team, the opportunities we've had, and I'm really excited to see how we continue to grow in coming years. So we had 6 boys on the team. We play 6. So our 6 starters, 2 of them couldn't make it tonight. That is Colby Storr and Isaiah Torres. And then for the bowlers that are here, Jace Mazer. Ryan Allendogan. Carter Yanni. And Chase Yanni, who's been on the team since 8th grade, and he's graduating. Thank you guys again so much.
Next up, we're going to call up Coach Diana and the varsity girls basketball team as they won the Section 9 basketball championship this year.
Good evening. Thank you to the board for inviting us to recognize a very special group of scholar athletes. Through hard work, dedication, and perseverance, this team ended with an overall record of 19-4. We had 2 Section 9 top 50 athletes, Ashley McCullough and Sydney McCullough, and won a Section 9 title, which hadn't been done in 22 years. All while maintaining a GPA of 92.66. A special thanks to my assistant coach, Ed Bobel, and the entire coaching staff, past and present. They are a huge part of our team's success. We also had an amazing group of parents, fans, and the Middletown school community that were there for us the entire season. Thank you for all of your support. It was an absolute honor coaching this group, and I am so proud of them. Congratulations. We had a couple girls that weren't able to make it tonight, but Elaine Gonzalez, Severa Berthoff, Annalie Alvarez, Amira Wallace, Ashley McCalla, and I'd like to call up the girls that are here tonight, Layla Cardi, Isaiah Ramirez, Anari Winston, Michaela Thomas, Mia Dazelle, Jaden Ferguson, Senior Captain Haley Rodriguez, and Senior Captain Sydney McCalla.
Is that a cutout of Ashley?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Coach, how many seniors you have up there? How many
Two.
are returning?
Two
Only two, so
seniors.
you got quite a few returning. All
Yes.
right, that's great.
And I will say that I've had the privilege of being the public address announcer for Middletown girls basketball since 2003. And it was an honor watching you guys this year and doing your game. And they lost in the opening round state playoff game, but they lost to the state champion. So, and they not only lost to the state champion, they had a young lady on that team, Albertus Magnus, who's probably going to be, you're going to see her in the WNBA at one point in time. So no chump change there. They did themselves proud the entire year, especially with that win over Pine Bush in the section final. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And by the way, we have somebody who'll probably be in the WNBA too, but I won't say.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say that.
And last but not least, we have our indoor track and field team. Coach Stalter is going to be heading this up tonight. Coach Hipsman and Coach Hammer are down at the Penn Relay, so I'd like to thank Coach Stalter for stepping up for the team.
Forgive me, I don't like speaking in front of people, so I'm going to do my best on this. First, I just want to say good evening and thank you to Superintendent Creighton and President Estrada and everyone else that I see here before us. Also, just the other coaches that we have on our staff. It's Hammer, Jr., Ingledon, Epizito, Schroeder, Schmidt, and may Coach Senior rest in peace, as it says on our shirt here. He has been one of the biggest part of our program, and just to talk about him kind of first, that was a big loss to our program, but he has definitely lived on in what we all do as coaches, and he is like one of the biggest part of this, and he has been just the biggest part within his son and just how he carried over into each one of us. And it goes to show the amount of success our kids had as a whole. It wasn't just any group, it was every single group did amazing this indoor season. And indoor is probably one of the longest seasons. It feels like it starts in November and it's still going in March into April, and that's kind of what's happening right now. But we had a lot of great success over the last few months, and we've had a lot of state qualifiers, section championships. I'm going to go over that and kind of talk about those things as the best I can. So first, I'm going to talk about just the Section 9 champions. So for the 4x2 relay Section 9 champion for the girls, and Forgive me as I read them out. It's Naima Francis. They're actually here, as Mr. Coates said. They are heading to Ben Relays to run tomorrow morning. So we wish them luck on their 4x1 relay. And then also for the Section 9 champion is Troy Roberts. Again, and she's running with the Penn Relays. Justina Gray. And Priscilla Hilton. And then also on the boys, we've had other state qualifiers, Anthony Ramos in the triple jump. And Section 9 champion is Quilar Beatty, who is here. He also has an amazing school record, and I'll talk about that in just a moment.
What year?
He's a senior.
Ah, darn.
Got big plans.
All right, and then also another state qualifier, I can't even talk today. Qualifier is my thrower, Miles Berry. He's the weight throw champion this year. And Section 9 shot put as well.
Also a senior?
Also a senior.
Big
And
plans.
Where are they going? Where are they going?
they are both going to SUNY Albany.
All right.
Yes. And just to kind of go over a few others, I know I was just trying to keep everything organized and my thoughts organized. But as I said, as we move into that, they also qualified for states. Quilar is second place in the 55-meter hurdles at the state championship. And also the same 4x2 relay was also second place at the New York State Track and Field Championships. And at the second, and Miles Berry is second place in the weight throw and the first Middletown thrower to actually score on the medal stand at the New York State Track and Field meet. And it shot right. And then last but not least, we did have other national qualifiers. So it was, again, some of the same names. Naima Francis in the 60 meters and 200 meter. Priscilla Hilton in the 200 meter. Justina Gray, 200 meter. Troy Roberts, 400 meter. Quilar Beatty in the 60 meter hurdles. Miles in the shot put in the weight throw. And the girls 4x2, Naima Francis, Troy Roberts, Justina Gray, and Priscilla Hilton. Also amongst this group, we also do have some All-Americans. For the girls 4x2, they are second place Nike National All-Americans, and Miles Berry is also the first All-American for the weight throw and for the Middletown throwing, and just in history for here. And just overall too, we've had a lot of records broken. So actually, all that have these certificates in front of us all now have school records. Miles holds the school record now in the shot put and the weight throw. Quilar holds the school record now in the 55-meter hurdles and 60-meter hurdles at 7:37 seconds and 7.98 for the 60-meter hurdles. And then, sorry, go ahead, keep going, sorry. And the girls 4x2 also has a new school record, and they are also now the new Section 9 record holder with a time of 1:42.34. And then also Miles, with his record, he threw 71 feet in the weight throw and 52.10 in the shot put. I just wanted to say thank you for all the support and even the parents that have supported us in the program. It's a lot of work. We've done a lot of all year round training, whether it's the sprinters, long distance. We tend to live here. I know I live here a lot of times when the lights are still going on out there. But all that time spent goes to show what these kids are made of and what they truly can be. And they truly are champions. That's how I look at it.
And your teams always represent the school district in great fashion. So we want to thank all of you guys for doing that. I know, are you guys both on the outdoor, doing outdoor as well?
Yes,
So
yeah.
Middletown, for those of you who don't know, will be the host for this year's New York State Championships in track and field, which is the largest sporting event in New York State. So 2,000, at least 2,000 athletes alone
Over
will be
2,000.
coming here the weekend of June 13th. So If anybody wants to volunteer, we can
Yes,
use
we're
some
looking for
volunteers.
volunteers.
And for,
But Albany got a package deal with these two. This is an amazing,
that's amazing.
bunch of talent behind
Yeah,
us, and it's a dedication to their family, to the coaches and the community, because they're extremely talented.
And those records
and-
that you're holding for somebody who used to have a record here as well, you always remember that when you get much older in life and you want to remind people.
And not only are they great athletes and great students, they're great young men, sportsmanship winners are behind us. So just tremendous talent, but great people.
and
Congratulations.
for you guys that don't know, also, Miles Berry is my cousin, and that's my family over there.
So where did they get their athletic prowess if it wasn't from you?
Thank you very much. We know that this was long, but it was well-deserved, and thank you very much for supporting us. Always, always thank you.
Thank you, Dave. That was awesome. So we can try to get to our high school presentations as quick as possible. Next up, Mr. Perino.
I think, and I don't know if Dave is still here, Dave, I think one of the big benefits of our total athletic program is that all our coaches encourage their team members to do well in school. And that is important because that's the primary purpose, getting students ready for college and careers. So congratulations to all your coaching staff for doing this. And, you know, it pays off. We have two individuals here, Bishop Williams and Miss Monterey. They're children, one in track and one in wrestling. They're on full scholarships. So it pays off but you also have to do well in school to get one of those.
100%.
So-
That's one of our founding principles from when we started way back, even before me.
So keep up the good work on that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Perino. Thank you, Dave. So we'll move on to our public participation and an opportunity to address the Board of Education. The board will designate a portion of its meeting agenda for public comment for a period of up to 40 minutes. Each speaker will be allowed up to 4 minutes. The public is not permitted to discuss topics and/or matters involving specific individuals. Speakers must sign in prior to speaking, and speakers are not permitted to cede their time to other speakers. Norma?
Los agentes designaron un parte de su agenda de reunión para comentarios públicos por un periodo de hasta 40 minutos. A cada persona se le permita hasta 4 minutos. No se permita la público discutir temas y o asuntos que involucran a personas específicas. Las personas deben registrar, firmar antes de hablar. Las personas no pueden cerrarse su tiempo o otras personas.
Thank you, Ms. Avila. Are there any takers to address the Board of Education this evening? Nobody? Okay. Hopefully that means we're doing a good job. We'll move on. Any letters to the Board of Education, Mrs. Monchery? No letters. Oh, we do have a speaker. I know. Good point out there, Ms. Adoma. Sorry. Nah, all good. You have very important information for our high schoolers.
I certainly do. Good evening, I'm Mrs. Glickman, junior class advisor, also runs the prom.
And a
junior,
member of the
senior
track
prom.
team, it sounds like.
So, I ran. I was like, wait a minute, that's my time. So yes, the prom is coming up Friday, June 16th. We are in the midst of selling prom tickets. We have, what did I say? Manaj. All right.
She skipped prom and gone right to graduation.
May 16th on a Friday, sorry. And we are in the midst of selling prom tickets. Started out slow. It's starting to pick up, but I want to strongly suggest that everyone pick up their prom packets because this was the last full week to pick up your prom packets. They need to get Everyone needs to get vetted and approved, and then to buy the tickets. We sold tickets tonight. We're selling tickets tomorrow night at the Multicultural Night. So I hope everyone comes out for that too, to enjoy the Multicultural Night here at the high school. And we'll be selling tickets the week after, the May 3rd, on a Saturday for the spring musical, the spelling bee. All right, and then of course during the school day. Thank you very much. Have a great night.
So if students have any questions about the prom or anything, should they direct them to? Their local house?
Thank you. Yes, I mean, we at the prom table selling the tickets, we have access to let people know whether or not they've been approved. I had several students come up to me tonight and ask me if they were approved, so they know that they can purchase their ticket. Yes, but they can also email me. We created an email address. It was prom. Yep, and I think it just says prom, MHS prom. It's on the packet. It's on the bottom of the packet.
Okay.
The email address.
Thank
All right,
you.
thank you.
Now, you don't have to run back to the table, do you?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Would anyone else like to address the board at this time? Seeing none, we will now move on to our superintendent updates with a lot of good information on the high school. Mrs.
Great.
Creed.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to invite the entire high school team up this evening to wrap up our legacy plan updates and share all the exciting things that are happening at the high school, followed by College and Career Center that's here this evening, as well as then graduation.
Good evening, Superintendent Creedon, President Estrada, members of the board, and the Middletown school community. It is with great MIDI pride that we present our legacy plan tonight. This video is not just a collection of images and words. It is truly a testament to all of the incredible, not all, it's impossible to capture all, but it is a testament to the incredible things happening at MHS. We have worked to craft a vision that reflects our commitment to academics, attendance, and community engagement. It's truly legacy making in action. We want to take a brief moment to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the district communications team. Their patience and collaboration have been invaluable in bringing our vision to life. They have truly captured our mission to reignite MIDI pride in a way that resonates with each and every one of us. So, without further ado, on behalf of the entire MHS administrative team behind me, we are thrilled to present our Middletown High School Legacy Plan. There's been a lot said about Middletown High School, about our scholars, about who we are.
Here's what we know. Our scholars are reigniting their pride, their MIDI pride. It's more than a feeling. It's part of our legacy plan. A commitment to academics, attendance, and community engagement. And it's fueled by something deeper. A belief in who our scholars are becoming. Because here at Middletown, we always begin with the end in mind.
And that pride, it lives in every classroom, every hallway, and across the greater Middletown community.
In our classrooms, pride grows from effort and is celebrated out loud. Scholar athletes are recognized for balancing excellence on the field and in the classroom.
Teams that are 90% or above. Congratulations.
Scholars of the Month are honored, not just for grades, but for character and spirit. And while we celebrate today's achievements, we're also preparing scholars for tomorrow. In our College and Career Center, they explore what's next, whether it's college, the military, a trade, or a direct path into a career. The National Academy Foundation pathways in finance, information technology, engineering, and health sciences prepare scholars with 21st century skills. Scholars also work towards distinguished honors like the Seal of Civic Readiness and the Seal of Biliteracy, recognition that proves they're not just learning, they're leading change in their community and preparing them for demands of the workforce in a multicultural world. This is what it means to prioritize academics within our legacy plan, learning that inspires confidence and creates opportunity.
Midi Pride isn't just academic, it's cultural. It shows up in the Midi Museum, where scholars create interactive exhibits that reflect who they are.
It shows up in the dozens of clubs that give every scholar a place to belong.
And it's on full display through athletics, where heart, discipline, and excellence come together in top-tier facilities. We also bring the world in through generous community donations and support from district departments like Special Services. Authors like Jason Reynolds. Speakers like Matt Bennett. Artists who turn emotion into expression. These experiences affirm identity, spark inspiration, and help boost attendance. Because when scholars feel seen, they show up, and they thrive.
Our pride doesn't stop at the building's edge. It stretches through Middletown. When Norma Avila joined the Board of Education, Scholar Voice gained a seat at the table.
According to the best of my ability. Congratulations.
All right, that's deserving.
Our student leadership team meets regularly with school leaders to help shape the culture from within. And at the Breakfast of Champions, quiet acts of integrity are celebrated in front of families and friends. Community connection is more than words, it's action. Through My Brother's Keeper and My Sister's Keeper, we mentor and uplift. Through citywide cleanups, our scholars and staff walk Middletown streets, giving back with pride. The Wall of Fame reminds us that Midi Pride doesn't end here. It goes with you into the world. And through the everyday work of custodians, cafeteria staff, security, and technicians, our scholars are surrounded by a community of people who show up, support them, and help the school thrive, often behind the scenes, but never without impact.
This is who we are. We are a community, lifting each other up, showing the world what it means to wear the Midi M. We are legacy makers, and if we leave anything behind, let it be this, that the legacy of Middletown High School is the pride these scholars and this community feel in each other. Because everything we do here, we do with the end in mind. This is how we're building our legacy. Together.
My mom. I love you, Mom. And let me just say this, I mean, this is every day since I got this job, and I don't speak for myself, but I'm sure I know I'm speaking for my team behind me. Every day is like a dream. And just this video right here was not that hard to put together. What was hard to fit it into a manageable chunk size, because if we were truly getting every single great thing that was happening on a daily basis, that video, we'd probably have to come back and do a meeting tomorrow. So it is, and Norma you saw her several times throughout there. But I just cannot say enough. You know, Midi Pride, alive and real, and it is just something to celebrate, and you see it every single day. I talk about it every single time I'm at this mic. Just this building is truly a monument to greatness. It is around us all day long, and just that video captures just I think a snippet of it, just to kind of display what our kids are doing.
I think you found your entrance video to right before the graduates walk on for graduation this year. I mean, for the crowd to see that and then have the graduates walk in, that's amazing. That was awesome, absolutely awesome.
Thank you.
I did ask, and no. I didn't know if I'm speaking out of hand, but I asked Mr. Whitten and Dr. Johnson, who are representatives of the city, if we can maybe perhaps send the city all of our videos to play on Channel 20 as well, because they were community, you know, it says a lot about our involvement with the community as well. So that's what's just, any other comments, Mr. Moore, or anything?
Great work and keep up the great energy. Like you said, the video probably would be 2 days long.
Yes, for real.
Keep up the good work.
Mr. Perino?
I think it's an excellent idea, Ed, to show our videos and so on Channel 20. I can't say enough about the administrative and instructional staff of that building. And people in the viewing audience have to remember that we have 2,700 students in that building, and the vast majority of these students go about their job in a very workmanlike manner and do a good job, and that's evident in the colleges that they get into each year and the careers that they follow. And those students going into the military, we had one student, we had one of our NJROTC cadets, he was accepted into the nuclear program in the Navy, and he's going to be receiving quite a sum of money. It'll total $75,000 by the time he gets after basic training. So good job, folks. You're doing it. You're making the school proud and district proud. I graduated from Middletown. Ed graduated, and John Williams graduated from Middletown. So we know how it was, and we know how it is now. Believe me, 1,000% more opportunities. Thank you. Nice job.
Thank you, Mr. Perino. Mr. Rat?
Oh, yeah. Once again, great job. You know, I know you guys well. I've been in the building so many years and watched the growth, watched the teamwork, and the fact that, you know, just being liaison, I'm excited about working with you guys. Pictures worth 1,000 words, and that is indicative of what you guys just presented. And keep up the good work. Proud of you guys. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rat. Ms. Avila?
The first thing I'm gonna say is I'm charging rates for my face now because all them photos. I thought it was just like a couple. I didn't know all the sports, and then
She's working on her own personal NIL.
Yes, I was just
Like-
about to say.
Norma, you do a lot. Like, it's hard to not show. I mean, you do a
no,
lot of
but
great
I,
stuff.
you know, being a senior, I've been with you guys for the whole entire year. The bell changes, yonder pouches and all. But
Billy, is she on the payroll?
I wish overtime right now.
Hey, I'm hoping one day.
Me too.
I'm joking, but the staff, I feel like you guys seen me, my smile and all, and I really appreciate all the work and then the support that you guys have for everyone right now. Cohort 2021. Damn. Best cohort, not gonna lie. Just everybody, you guys are always there for the students, and I don't know what other ways to like thank you guys, but yeah. Waiting for the payroll though.
Thank you, Ms. Avila. Pastor Williams?
I don't think anybody understands the level of pride that I have in this district. And, you know, even before coming on the board, it's been some years now, but just the level of pride in watching the way things have progressed, and to watch our scholars over the years, those that have come through these halls, have graduated and gone on to other things, and to be a graduate of Middletown, and then also to to know so many of you that are standing over there right now, and others that operate throughout this building and in this district. I mean, the level of pride that I have for all of that is astronomical. I can't tell you how proud that video makes me. That's huge. And I always said that I would use my, having a seat at the table, is that I will always use my platform to always speak to what is right and what is true, but not just that. Whatever platform I have, wherever I go, I represent Middletown. So I'm gonna take this video. This video is going out to all of the NYSBA board of directors. I'm making sure that they see it from Niagara Falls all the way out to the tip of Long Island, that they see what Middletown is doing because of your work, because of what you have done, because of these wonderful scholars, because of this administration and this board of education. Middletown is in the mouth of people all over. And so I couldn't be prouder as a Middletown graduate and as a resident of this community and as a part of this district. So thank you guys so much. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Pastor Williams. Mr. Freddie Williams,
you.
despite being a Pine Bush grad, you bleed Midi Blue, and we know it.
My address was always Middletown.
There we go.
Just throw that in there. I was 5 minutes from Middletown.
10941 is a little different than 10940, but that's still Middletown.
I was 5 minutes from Middletown High School, and I took a bus ride 32 minutes to Pine Bush. So you figure it out.
You are Midi Blue, my friend.
Yeah.
True
No, I
and
started, and I'm back. So joining the board at 2020, I was able to take a real deep dive into how this works, this whole thing. And, having a son in the district, now he's in 8th, he was in 4th grade when I started. And just seeing him being able to thrive in the programs, in the classroom, on the court, on the fields, being completely transparent. This kid gets tugged on by a lot of different entities, school-wise. And this video right here exemplifies why he's going to be in Middletown next year as a freshman, right? The culture of Middletown I've watched. Even though I went to Pine Bush, I had multiple family members that came here, and the culture that's a big word in decision making when kids hear about Middletown, see Middletown. Like Pastor said, when we went to I think it was Buffalo the year before at the NYSBA conference, and even this year in Midtown Manhattan. And when you say Middletown, everybody knows about Middletown, right? And it's good. It's all good. So that video just captures so many good things on so many different levels. It was like great to watch. Like that's something I could watch like 10 times. And I see my son, I see my cousins, I see just so many kids in this video. I'm thinking back years past that it's just an amazing watch. Like Mitch said, it was just like we were over here just like in awe. So you guys do an amazing job. I know many of you guys for years at Donahue. I know you since we both graduated in '97. You were on this side, I was on that side. You're doing an amazing job. Your team is doing an amazing job. Whomever put that physically together too, we got to clap it up for them. I don't know who, the tech team but just an amazing job, guys. I'm happy I'm here. I'm happy my son is here, and just keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Freddie Williams. Mr. VP.
That was an excellent video. Excellent video. What made it so
great for me is because I know it's not smoke and mirrors. It's real. You know, that's a reflection of our city. You know, that's exactly what that was. You know, there's an A team of y'all. You know, y'all have our most precious jewels, having our kids, and y'all doing the right thing with them. You know, as me living in the city for over 20 years and just being a part of this community, that right there is our city. So when people talk about our city, that's our city. If you're not sure, that's Middletown, one Middletown. And I thank y'all.
Thank you.
There's nothing I can add. You know, a lot of thanks to everybody and thanks to the IT crew as well for putting everything together. They do amazing work each and every day, not just on this video, but, you know, we got to get their faces out there too. But thank you guys. That was awesome.
Great. Thank you.
Ms. Creedon?
Now I'm going to invite our outstanding College and Career Center to come on up and share some updates with us.
Between the video and Everton singing or his musical lyrics, I think we're gonna have a hot graduation this year, I'm thinking.
Good evening, everybody. So we're just going to start off our presentation introducing ourselves. So I'll go first. My name is Dana Dwyer. I'm one of the school counselors in the College and Career Center.
Hello, everyone. My name is Everton Brown.
Hello, everyone. My name is Erin Weeks, and I'm one of the school counselors as well.
So to start off, we'd just like to talk about the heart of the College and Career Center. So every scholar that walks into our office, we pride ourselves on being an inclusive and inviting environment. Thank you, Norma. So every scholar that walks in deserves individualized attention and support based on what their needs are. So regardless of whether or not a scholar is going to college, trade school, into the military, or straight into the workforce, we work really hard to make sure we're meeting all of their needs and helping them with whatever it is that they need from us. So this is just a list of our daily services. What we do every day is much more than this list, but just to kind of give you a little recap of what it is: college application assistance, financial aid and scholarship support, career exploration and resume building, college visits and recruitment events, and classroom presentations. Again, this doesn't encompass everything that we do. We also have all the personal stuff that goes on, all of the other behind-the-scenes work that we do every day with our scholars, but this is just the basis of what it is that we do every day in our office. So one of the really fun things that we do in our office are instant decision days, where we have numerous colleges and universities as well as trade schools come into our office and actually accept students on the spot. So this is just a recap of what we've done so far this school year. We've had SUNY Orange come in 3 times. Over 100 of our scholars have been accepted on the spot. We've had Ramapo College come in. 6 of our scholars were accepted. Mount St. Mary College came in. We had 10 of our scholars accepted. Dominican University came in, we had 4, and the University of Mount St. Vincent was 5 scholars. Again, these are students who are applying on the spot, getting their acceptance letter, and being able to run home and go tell all their friends and family that they were accepted to college that day. These are just some of the pictures. We really like to support and emphasize all the hard work that our scholars do, so every time they get an acceptance letter or a t-shirt, we take a picture just to really commemorate everything that they're doing.
We've been on several field trips this year, and it's a great opportunity for scholars to actually see college campuses, see what the facilities are like, the classrooms, gym, dining halls, lecture halls, and it's a cliche, but truly our scholars do, walk away from these visits, kind of getting that feeling of, yes, it's the right place, or, sometimes no, it's not the right fit for them. But they're a really great opportunity. Just a few that we've been on this year: SUNY Delhi, SUNY Purchase. We've been to SUNY Orange, Universal Technical Institute last year. It just allows students to visualize their future, and it's nice. It's kind of fun watching them look at the dorms. Another excellent opportunity for our scholars are our trade schools. So there are a lot of students who want to become plumbers, go into HVAC, but they can still go to college and get the traditional college experience. So we have a lot of students who are planning to attend Delhi, Morrisville, Rockland, and Lincoln Technical Institute.
Yes, financial aid, money, that we all want to know how our students or scholars are going to college. That's my job. I make sure that everyone has the best opportunity to go to school for free. That's what I try to do, and my coworkers try to do inside the office, is to make sure. As you can see, over 350 scholars. That says $2 million, but that's way higher than that now. That was earlier. It's about like $5-6 million, and that's grants, scholarships that our students have received. So we're doing really well with that, and our students have opportunities to go to schools that they didn't dream they could go to. You know, so we have students that's going to school in South Carolina, Louisiana, California, Florida, Alaska. Actually had a student that applied to school in Alaska and got in. You know, I was like, I don't know why you want to go there, but and also Hawaii, you know, so we have our students, you know, going all over the country. You know, actually we had a student last year that went to Shanghai, NYU Shanghai. So we're doing big things in our office. Upcoming events. We had College Commitment Day on May. We're going to have College Commitment Day on May 15th. Really, on May 1st is the first day because that's our national College Commitment Day. So May 1st is our first College Commitment Day where all the students wear their paraphernalia from their schools, take pictures. So we're doing that. And then on May 15th, we're following that up for the students that missed that day. May 30th, the college fair. Matter of fact, May 25th is the college fair. This Friday, right? Tomorrow. Tomorrow is the college fair where we have all the students in the high school going from 9th to 12th grade. They have an opportunity to kind of see what schools are out there. So we try to start our students off young, you know, to get exposed to colleges and see that there's colleges out there. Tentative ceremonies for scholarship. We finally released our MHS scholarships. You know, we let them out, and the students is just filling them out. We have about 74 scholarships that we're giving out, this MHS scholarships that we give out, that they use our scholarship applications. So we're doing well in that department. And then something new that we're doing this summer is a college application workshop. So we're starting off early because August 1st is the first day that the Common App opens up. So we want to make sure we hit the road running. Is that the saying? Hit the road running, right? Yeah. So we're doing that. You know, we have great administrators that put us in the position to kind of be creative, make our choices with controls, of course, but they give us the opportunities. We have a partnership now going on with SUNY Orange. That's happening. We have the Construction Trade Academy that we have students that may not be interested in going to college. They have opportunities to do other things. So we're doing great things, and we want to continue to do the great things that we're doing in college and careers. Questions?
How about Mr. Perino?
Thank Mr. Estrada. how many colleges will be attending your career fair tomorrow? Do you have any idea?
36.
That's a good number. Yeah. And secondly, do you find that this current year it's more difficult or less difficult to get scholarship money with the?
It hasn't been that difficult yet, so we hope it stays this way, that the scholarship money that's coming in, because what I noticed is that we've gotten a lot of people that created scholarships too. You know, new scholarships. We have about 20 new scholarships that were created, and you know, it's just getting the word out there. You know, this summer we had put something. Well, we had put something together this summer before we left, she left, to kind of get new people in to give out scholarships.
So that's 20 new scholarships?
Yeah, 20 new scholarships.
Wow, that's a testament for how our community wants to invest in our kids too. So.
And finally, do you find that more or less students are leaning toward the trades, the CTEC programs? Is it about the same? Or?
We definitely have more because they're being exposed to it. And that's the reason that they're interested in. They've seen other avenues. Like this student came and was like, we talked about construction management, and he came to me like 2 days ago and said, I want to be a construction manager. So, I was like, yeah, that makes about $250,000. He was like, yeah, I know, you know, so they're definitely doing their research, they're definitely listening, and they're definitely being exposed to different avenues other than college.
And John, I think one of the advantages nowadays is that more and more trades are offering to pay for college when folks are employees of trades. So there's an opportunity for them to get their college paid for that way.
That's definitely true, because we have the Carpenters Union, we just got the Plumbers Union, and what was the one that just called the other day? That was another carpenter. And New York State is actually doing free apprenticeship programs too. So we have a lot of information that we give out to our students. And we took the visit to the Carpenters Union too. So there's opportunities that they see.
Sorry, just to add in, along the same kind of track, there's a lot of military branches that also do the same thing. And our students, I think, have sort of discovered that. We have a lot of students who are have committed to the National Guard. So they'll be able to, do their boot camp and everything this summer. And then by next summer, because National Guard, the commitment is usually 1 weekend a month. So they'll be able to do college next year completely free. And so again, another thing, a lot of our students, they're being exposed to more information as well as doing their own research. So some of our students who know that they want to go to college, but maybe financially it's not appropriate right now, they know what to do to get there in the future.
Awesome.
Also, there are a lot of students that didn't do ROTC in high school are going to college for ROTC because they see the opportunity to come out as a second lieutenant or whatever. So they're taking advantage of that also.
You good, John?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Perino. Mr. Rett.
Yeah, again, congratulations on the job that you guys are doing. We touched on this before. It's one of the things that was big on my list before I came on the school board, wanting to see goal setting, career guidance, and you guys have taken it to another level. I'm not going to take up much time. I just wanted to talk to you guys more. I mentioned it to Ms. Creedon I know about 2 scholarships, 2 organizations that I'm involved in, and we want to create and contribute a scholarship. So I'll reach out to you guys and we can talk about that.
22.
Thank you, Mr. Rett.
Thank you.
Ms. Avila.
No questions, but I also want to thank you guys for the stressful year of senior year, because I think going to a place that I know that my questions are going to be answered was very helpful, especially financial, because my parents, money's a little tight now. I can't. but I really appreciate your guys' hope and like me going to y'all anytime. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Avila.
And
Pastor
Norma is
Williams.
going to school for free.
There we go. I was going to acknowledge that, but every time we put her face, apparently she's charging us. So.
Yeah.
Pastor Williams.
You know, this is just really a testimony to the decisions that have been made over the last couple of years. You know, we didn't have this when I was in school. You know, Mr. Strada was 2 years behind me. You're 84. Mr. Witt was 84 too. I'm 82. We didn't have these opportunities, and you know, any college opportunities I had to go out and hunt for on my own. And you know, to see where we've come now, you know, even with my son, graduating last year, and the opportunity they had, and I'm sure Everton can testify to this, that Aaron really didn't take advantage of all the opportunities, and I was about to. Oh, I was going to punch him in the throat, but I got to be careful. I don't want anybody to think that I abused my son. But Everton can testify to this, that Aaron really didn't take advantage of the opportunities, all the opportunities that he had. And so this is great. The decisions that were made. Sometimes we make decisions as a board and as administration that sometimes people don't understand. But the proof is in the pudding, man. When you take time to really sit back and allow things to develop and to grow, and you know, the proof is in the pudding. And so I'm really grateful and thank you for what you're doing, because there was a time when and this is not an indictment against anybody. I just feel like I'm one of those people at 60 years old. I feel like I can say whatever I want to say. I'm old enough to say it, but you know. The truth of the matter is that at one point in time, we were only meeting the needs of a very top percentage. But we've got, what, 2,600, 2,700 kids in this building? And if we say every student every day, we've got to strive to try, you know, to reach all 2,700 of those kids. And the three of you in that room are doing it. And so congratulations. Thank you for your hard work. And we're here. We're gonna keep pushing, and we're gonna keep pushing, and we're gonna keep doing what we gotta do in order to make sure you have the resources to be able to continue this great work that's impacting our community as a whole. So thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Williams. Mr. Freddie Williams.
Yes, once again, this checks another box for Middletown. It's not our job as board members to really investigate other districts and see what they're doing as far as college and career. This is the most dynamic college and career team that I've heard of, near or far. And just within the last 2 years, I want to say, you hear the word college and career a lot more now, right? We're hearing it a lot more, and I think that means something. Once again, being a father of a Middletown student, I'm super excited seeing stuff like this and hearing stuff like this. And it's just super enlightening that that we're going in this direction, and that we have 32 colleges, you said, tomorrow? 36. I mean, I've been here for a little bit, and I haven't heard those numbers. No shade to anybody that came before this team. I'm just praising this team. So great job, guys. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you, Freddie. Mr. Vice President.
Just to piggyback on basically what everybody's saying, I commend you for the job that you're doing, because it is a difficult job at a difficult time in their life.
Me being a father of 6, maybe 2 of my kids just do what they want to do out of high school. But what y'all are doing is y'all are, first of all, y'all creating a space where they could feel comfortable in the talk. And then y'all are laying out so many options. I hear nothing but good things about you three. Y'all laying out so many options that they didn't even think about at all.
and y'all are showing it to them. And it's major, and so they leaving from the experience with you excited and motivated with that light. Because it's important, like high school is not the end, you know, and y'all are facilitating, okay, we passing that baton, making sure we pass it correctly so that you go to that next phase of your life. Because, you know, we want our youth to be successful in life, not just graduate high school, right? And y'all are definitely doing the right job, and I want to commend you on the job that you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rowland. And I'll just echo what everybody else has already said at the table. I think it's really important that we continue our expansion, especially to our ENL families, coordinating with Ms. Brott's area. As when I went through school here, you know, I had two parents who didn't speak English too well and never understood what a FAFSA form was. And since I was the first one in my family to go through the process, it fell upon me to kind of navigate that by myself with not a lot of help from, at the time, there was no college and career area. It was just your guidance counselor and you. And your guidance counselor, you know, had a lot of people that they were worrying about. So I had to kind of navigate that by myself, and making sure that, you know, our ENL families aren't left to the side because they don't understand the process as much as some others. So I think it's important that we continue to engage, especially in that area.
That area has been picking up too. Just to say, they're feeling comfortable coming in because we have access to translators, or their students, I mean, the scholars are translating for them. So we have them all the time, and we try to stay after to kind of get them after their jobs are over. So we try to stay for them. So we've seen an uptick in that.
Perfect.
All right, one more thing. Okay, what kind of grade do you guys give yourselves? No, don't answer that. We're just playing. We already gave y'all a grade. We give, you know, it's right there with A+, man. The great work that y'all
Thank
doing.
you so much.
We just have a little treat for y'all. Just something that we created for college and careers. I mean, some of y'all already heard it, but you know, Norma was right there when we were making it. She's probably gonna charge us for saying her name.
Yo, it's Middletown High, where we aim for the skies. College and careers, watch us wide, no surprise. Walking through these halls, dreams in our eyes. Building futures by the brick, watch us organize. We got the tools, we got the plan, we set the stage. From common apps to job fairs, turning every page. Financial aid, word shock, no fear, we engage. Scholarships and grants, trying to get the big stage. We're on the path to success, no stopping us now. College and careers, we gon' show you how. Dream big, work hard, yeah, we wear the crown. Middletown's the place where futures are found. We take trips to colleges, step on the ground. See the dorms, hear the stories, yeah, we future bound. Got a counselor guiding, yeah, they holding us down. From the bachelor to the essays, yeah, we wearing a gown. Internships and jobs, yeah, we opening doors. Exploring every field, breaking barriers and more. From business to science, tech to the arts. Middletown High, where every dream starts. You're on the path to success, no stopping us now. College and careers, we gon' show you how. Dream big, work hard, yeah, we wear the crown. Middletown's the place where futures are found. We seen Stewart and Shine, heard their success stories, turning dreams into plans, stepping in the glory. Families united, making futures bright. College and career, office we ignite. So take that first step, don't hold back. We're here to pave the way, keep you on track. The future's calling, Middletown's the base. We'll hustle and hard, yeah, you'll find your place. You're on the path to success, no stopping us.
Listen, this is what we're doing. We're building futures in college and careers. We're building futures, all right?
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Awesome. I'm telling you, we got a lot of entertainment for our families when they're sitting in the bleachers in the hot sun in June for the graduation. Next up.
Walk down the aisle with a mic.
Yeah.
You have to tell the student to do that. You got to talk to Caleb.
Next up, our graduation plans for June 2025. Exciting information.
Yes, unfortunately, we do not have a rap or a tear-jerking video to show you guys. But you know, we are at the end, as is graduation. So we're gonna just kind of give you guys a little bit of a quick overview of what we have to celebrate our senior legacy makers in the coming weeks, as well as to go over the graduation ceremony. And I believe we all know each other. Carrie Luba, Jenny Lynn Natal are the senior class advisors. So thank you so much for having us here this evening.
So to stay informed on all of our graduation festivities and all of our end-of-year activities, we have our Google Classroom code for our senior class. We've been working closely with Mr. Witt and technology, and we have a graduation information tab going on our website, district website, as well as you can see updates on the Facebook page. We saw Ms. Glickman earlier talking about prom, so May 16th, 2025, run by the junior class. We have our yearbook contact information, as well as myself and Ms. Luba's contact information and where the students can find us.
No, yeah, go ahead. So just a little overview of some of the celebrations. Just today, this afternoon, we had our senior tie-dye event where seniors had purchased white shirts and we tie-dyed them midi blue today. A lot of fun. Kids were really excited to tie-dye. Went home with directions to make sure that they don't wash it out. And it was just a really nice event, beautiful day for it. We have our senior field day coming up Monday, June 9th. More information to follow on that. Some competitive games, a little throwback to elementary school style with some potato sack races and tug of war. That's going to be a really great day for our seniors. Next week, this information has been out for a little bit. We have our senior sunset and chalk spot where the seniors are able to leave their mark in the parking lot by decorating their spots, and we also then go up to the upper field and watch the sunset on their senior year. And again, all this information is available on the Google Classroom and has also been pushed out on Facebook. We continue with our legacy making. In recent years, we now have opened up and let the seniors vote for their commencement address. This is open to all graduating seniors in June. They are able to write a speech to be submitted and then voted on by their peers. So this information has also gone out, and speeches can be, typed manuscripts are to be emailed to me by May 5th, 11:59 p.m. And it's a really great way to get the seniors' voice at their commencement address. Cap and gown. We will be distributing caps and gowns. Every senior will get a blue cap, a blue gown, and a 2025 tassel. They are able to decorate their caps, again, leaving their mark. And this distribution will take place on June 12th following a mandatory graduation meeting. So we have all that organized and set up and distributed alphabetically.
And don't iron your gowns.
Yes, do not iron your gown. Yes, steam it. They can hang it in the bathroom and, you know, run the shower hot, but do not iron it. We've had mishaps with that. Graduation rehearsal and celebration. So Thursday, the day before graduation, June 26th, a big day for our seniors. Beginning at 9 a.m., they have their elementary senior walk of fame. Information has gone out as well. The cohort, with help from the cohort office, we've emailed all of the seniors. We've posted in the morning announcements. The seniors have the opportunity to sign up to pick their top 2 elementary schools that they would like to go. The elementary students get really excited. Scholars are all dressed up. They make signs for our seniors, and they walk through and parade in their cap and gowns, showing our future legacy makers exactly what they can look forward to. At 11, they come back to the high school, and we have our farewell brunch with staff and members of the Middletown community, and all of you, of course. 12 o'clock, we have our rehearsal. We actually go into the stadium and run through the entire ceremony to help the seniors calm some of those nerves. And then at 1:30, following that, they will get their graduation tickets. So they do need to be in attendance that day physically to get their graduation tickets for the ceremony the next day. Okay. And then this is just a little bit more information, everything that I went through. They will sign up, and permission slips are required for this event because they will be boarding buses to go to the elementary schools. Brunch, mandatory rehearsal, again, just kind of going through that. Ticket distribution, every graduate will receive 4 tickets. One of the amazing things, we have such a large graduating class. It's great for us. We're really making wonderful strides, but we do have to limit the tickets, so it is 4 tickets. Anyone over the age of 2 will need a ticket. Seniors have been made aware of this information since September. And there are no additional tickets available for purchase, and you must present your ticket to enter the ceremony. Diplomas will be distributed following the ceremony. We introduced this last year. It went wonderfully. We received a lot of positive feedback. So immediately following the ceremony, seniors can go with their parent or guardian, and they can go up to the gym. And again, we have it all set up. It's for ease of distribution. They can get their diplomas, and they're ready to go. And we'll have a lot of, as well, step-in repeats and photo opportunities throughout the campus as well. So if they're waiting, they can go and take some great photos following the graduation ceremony. Graduation is a Friday, June 27th. Talking about it already. Gates open at 8:30 a.m. All guests will go through a security checkpoint, so that is why we are opening the gates early, and we do encourage people to get here early. The ceremony will begin promptly at 10 a.m., and our graduates must arrive by 9 a.m. for lineup. Just a couple of things, better to know information ahead of time. Items prohibited from the venue, bags, no bags of any kind, backpacks, purses, I think they're called belt bags now. Any bags are not allowed, Target shopping bags, et cetera, et cetera. Outside food, again, all the bags are listed there. No weapons of any kind, camera bags, cases, briefcases, balloons, inflatable balls, signs, noisemakers. All of these items are prohibited because we do not want to take away from our graduates and this wonderful accomplishment. Guests, again, must go through a security checkpoint. We encourage guests to have their keys, wallets, and phones out. Pretend you're going through the airport security line. Have it all ready to expedite the process. You can have compact umbrellas. We're not going to need them this year because it's going to be beautiful, perfect, and sunny.
It sure is.
But in case, you really need your umbrella, under 12 inches when compact. And again, these are just some frequently asked questions. I have gone over most of this, but this is just all there in a nice area for everyone if you want to look through. Parking is very important. There will be very limited parking available at Middletown High School. Parking is on a first-come, first-served basis. We, of course, have reserved parking for individuals with special needs who hold a valid handicapped permit. Once the parking lot is filled, it will close, or we will close it at 9 a.m. And we will have overflow parking available, as well as shuttle transportation. So don't worry if you're in any of those overflow lots. We will be working with Mid-City to transport you to the campus. And you must have a graduation ticket in order to board that shuttle. And this is just a recap of everything, and this infographic will be available on our graduation section of the website, Facebook. You will be seeing this a lot. We'll be continuously pushing this out over the next couple of weeks. And as Ms. Natal said, the official communication will be the senior class Google Classroom, the Middletown City School District website with the soon-to-be dropped graduation section, as well as the Facebook page. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Yes.
Thank you. Any questions regarding graduation, Mr. Moore? No, Mr. Perino?
Very comprehensive report. Thank you. And Ed, you mentioned that material might be shown on Channel 20. Maybe this, if we could.
Oh, yeah, that's the first thing I said is I think,
Channel 20,
I think
yeah.
Mr. Donahue found his entrance video to the, before the class marches in.
And everything will be translated as well. They're all in process.
Mr. Rett?
Nothing. You guys covered everything. Moving forward.
Senior Miss Avila.
No questions, but I didn't realize how close those dates are. Like, the panic, like, I'm ready, but dang, like, it's real close.
Thank you, Pastor Williams.
I want a song.
You don't want a song from me. I can promise you that.
Mr. Freddie Williams.
Good job, good job.
No questions, just a comment. Great job. I know it's a heavy lift. So many. What's the graduating class this year? The number? About? Around aboutish?
Yeah.
Oh my
Approach-
goodness.
appro-
Six?
600.
Yeah, that's big.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
big. Yeah, that says a lot about our district and what we're doing here. So great job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Vice President, your last graduation.
Excellent presentation, excellent job.
Thank you. Thanks.
The only question I have, and I don't remember if it's something that we've done in the past, just because usually we're inside the school when it's happening, but does Gardner, the entrance on Gardner, is it closed there? We're only allowing parking entrance through Carpenter?
That would be.
Do we have the gates closed on the bottom? I don't remember. Yeah, the parking lot at the high school, the entrance for people until it gets full is off of Carpenter, not Gardner, correct? Gardner's closed off?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, and we do have maps that go out closer to the ceremony. We have really, they're quite phenomenal. They're like, have all the arrows, their overview
Yeah.
and everything that goes out to the public in the week or two beforehand.
And just, I think maybe if we can include in all our messages outside, just a disclosure out of respect for neighbors, please make sure not to park in front of driveways and fire hydrants, like something general to include in that for them. So thank you very much. That was awesome. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
We'll move on to our student board member report. Ms. Avila.
No, nothing as much. Same as usual. Everyone with their Midi pride. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're going to move on. At this time, we'll let the board have their say that we skipped over our board member community updates. So this will be your 4 minutes for our board member community updates. At this time, we'll start off with Mr. Moore.
All right, cool. I'll be pretty quick. As a current liaison for Montague Middle School with Mr. Freddie Williams, just got a quick little update. This week, Montague Middle School has a, no, sorry. I just went to the wrong one, sorry. 1 second. Oh boy, 1 second. Clicked on the wrong one. Yes, so this week, as you know, the students had the NISAP testing for ELA, sorry. And next week, May 5th through May 8th, the 8th graders will be participating in the state science test. And then on Friday, May 16th, 7 a.m. at the gym, they'll be celebrating the Breakfast of Readers for 30 scholars and their families. They're invited to recognize their scholars as winners for the Book Talk Challenge raffle. And that's pretty much it for right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Mr. Perino.
Thank you, President Sard. Anything I have can wait. It's getting late, and I can wait till the next meeting. Thank you.
You sure? Thank you, Mr. Perino. Mr. Rett.
Nothing much, just 2 reminders. Tomorrow, we have the multicultural event here at the school, the main gymnasium, between 5 and 8. So great time to get out and just fellowship and interact with other people, other cultures, food, drinks, music, and have a good time. Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Rett. Ms. Avila.
Not a lot. I do know that tomorrow the flag team does have a game starting at 4:30. It doesn't matter if you choose diversity or us. You're showing your Midi spirit. Also, like a reminder for like all sports teams, this is a flag football slogan that we have, which is PAW, standing for passionate about winning. And I think the flag team is really doing that right now with a record of 5-0. Right now, this is our third year with it, so we're going good. Also, yeah, we had a game yesterday, and it was like an outstanding blowout, 57-0 against Warwick. I know. Yeah, it was a good game. It was a good game, and yeah, everyone show your Midi pride. Don't forget about that.
That was awesome. Thank you. Pastor Williams.
I don't have much on the community side. Mr. Rhett already made the announcements. We're both the liaisons here at the high school. He already made the announcement about the multicultural night, but I'll add to this. This is something that's been going on for the last couple of years, and the night is really big. So there's a lot of good things that's going on, as well as and just to add some emphasis to the fact that the food that they're going to have is going to be absolutely amazing, coming from different cultural backgrounds. And so, come out, everybody, tomorrow. There's a lot of things going on tomorrow with the college fair, and the multicultural night. So come out on a Friday at the end of the week, and let's be one Middletown, as Mr. Williams always likes to say.
Thank you, Pastor Williams. Mr. Freddie Williams.
I'll be quick. I think I have one image. This is coming up. This is this Saturday. Passion Over Position organization is doing a flag football event here at the high school. And also, off the tail end of the college and career, this organization will be giving a scholarship towards a Middletown senior. So it's going to be a great event, multiple ages I believe from our elementary all the way through high school. I know some varsity kids are going to be in JV, modified level, and even elementary, even before you can really play any contact sports. So this is going to be a good event put on. I'm going to put my volunteer vest on and get out there and get some pictures and stuff like that. So great event, great organization. So yeah, this is this Saturday. Weather's looking, but rain or shine, the kids are resilient. Unless it's my son and he doesn't like the cold or rain, so he tries to hide out. But it should be a good event. So that's this Saturday starting at 8 a.m. Here at the high school. So that's what I have. Thank you.
I was going to ask where it was because I don't think it says it on there where
Oh,
it's
so
at.
I'm sorry. It's gonna start the upper backfields.
Okay.
Because there's a lacrosse game that happens. Upper backfields from about 8 to 12, and then there will be a shift down to Turf 1, which is the main field, from about 1 on. There shouldn't be much longer from when it starts at 1. I don't think there'll be much left to play, but the kids will get a kick out of that being on the turf. So yeah, upper. I've never even been at the upper field, but by the tennis courts, I believe,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, and then it's going to shift down to the main field at around 12:30, 1 o'clock after the lacrosse game.
Cool,
Real
thank you.
quick, also Saturday is citywide cleanup day, and so I don't know if there's any rain dates or anything behind that, but that's the plan. So it's citywide cleanup. So a lot of our groups are going to be out there, partaking in citywide cleanup to make sure that we take.
Dr. Johnson, do you
Dr.
know if there's a
Johnson's here.
makeup day at all? Okay, because I do hear that it's going to rain. Yeah, it might significantly rain on Saturday, is my understanding. But so take a look at the city website if there are any changes to that date, if they decide to do anything because of weather. Thank you, Pastor Williams. Vice President Williams.
I have nothing. Everyone have a great evening.
Thank you. And I will see everybody at Multicultural Night tomorrow, starting at 5 o'clock, right here at the gym over at the high school as well. And I know I'm just going to, as a reminder, because our next board meeting is, I think, May 7th, May 8th on a Thursday. So before May 8th, we do have that Meet the Candidates sponsored by the Board of Education right here on Monday. Do we know the time again? I forgot. 7 o'clock, right here at the Media Center to meet our school board candidates, Monday, May 5th. Thank you for reminding me about that. Are there any other Board of Education committee reports? that we need to know about? I think we're good on audit, right? On everything else?
Ed,
Yes, John.
we had a facilities committee meeting and safety and security, but I can take care of that at the next meeting.
Okay,
Okay, we're good.
much obliged.
Yeah, we had a policy meeting. It was looking at improving vendor management, data security, and privacy practices, for the school district as well as for the students. So, but we can talk about that at another time. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Mr. Ratt. All right, thank you, everybody. I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Moved by Mr. Perino, seconded by Mr. Rett. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 7-0. I want to thank everybody for joining us, and we'll see you all on Thursday, May 8th.
Williams. He's been eloping.